given the current situation that we all, I guess, the burden that we all share with fiscal responsibility, whether it's at home or at work, I really appreciate Mayor Carlisle's position on making sure that we are doing the best that we can in spending the taxpayers' money and being very prudent and fiscal in the way that the departments and the city in general is expending taxpayers' money and the resources.
Mayor Peter Carlisle, a lot of times, well, specifically in our department, we've been forced to look at what we need, what we don't need, and all those extraneous things. We really have had to take an extra look at making our system more efficient, which is hard. I know I've accepted a lot of calls with people that say, why are we doing these cutbacks? And actually, ironically, they tell me that they're on a fixed budget, that they're limited in the income that they get. And I try to say that that's exactly what the city's doing. I actually just came back from a trip to Illinois, and the last 3 governors there are in jail because of pay to play and things that they've experienced. The pension system right now is a friend of mine that I was visiting, he's afraid that he won't have a pension because their funds have been robbed. And while I was there, 600 employees were laid off from DLNR. So it really gave me a better perspective as to what fiscal responsibility means, the situation we're in versus what we could be in. And I think it's really hard to swallow that, but it's really important, because if we don't have a budget and we don't have money, we could end up like the state of Illinois.
Mayor Carlisle made it very clear when he came into office that we need to keep the city moving forward, but in a lean and fiscally responsible fashion. And he wants, for instance, in EMS, us to continue to provide services and even expand services, but not necessarily at an increased cost. And so he set that as our goal. We got together with our team, and what we did is we looked at where we could trim unnecessary costs. And what we found is we had too much overtime. And so by cutting back on overtime, it allowed us to have additional funds to open up additional ambulances and provide more services for the community without raising taxes or costing more for the city coffers. And that's great.
Fiscal responsibility is something that I've only known on a personal level, and to be honest with you, not on a government level. And so for the past 15 months in my job, I've had to learn what it is to be fiscally responsible, working for as a government official. And in the process, I have learned that, of course, we are using the taxpayers' dollars to operate our departments, and it's important that we do that in a very responsible way. And also, I have learned a lot from Mike Hansen, the budget director himself, through his guidance and wisdom. Also, I think he's a very strong budget director, and have a lot of faith in him, and been blessed with his guidance in a lot of situations.
If you're the kind of person that believes in challenging the status quo, if you believe in thinking differently to make Honolulu the best place to live, then re-elect Peter Carlisle for mayor. Mayor Carlisle has started us on a phenomenal journey. Let him continue to lead us to the lean, clean, and smart city looking toward the future. Be a part of the movement. Come join me and vote for Peter Carlisle on August 11th.